Season 15 of this Cricket Captain 2024 West Indies rebuild, and we're actually, I feel, genuinely seeing the rise of West Indies cricket now on 74 points in the world ratings. But nothing gives me greater joy than a dashboard, which sounds very sad, but I've added to this. So essentially we're looking at an average in the game of 31.71 in Test cricket. That's not bad. And scores of less than 30 per innings, you can see fluctuate per team all the time. There's this here, which is India back in 2032. They had the lowest of 54.29. But there's one team, the West Indies, that have been poor at this for a long time, but have started to have some very reasonable seasons. In fact, this calendar year, which we're only just into, we have the lowest almost of all time with 54.55. And 50 per innings is running the same path. We, historically, have been one of the worst teams. 9% of innings getting more than 50. That's terrible. But over the last few seasons, we've seen it climb to 15, 18, 18, and this year, an incredible 36%. And we've had lots of problems scoring centuries, always down at this 1 or 2%. We peaked at a 4. We had a 4. Currently on 14, which would be the greatest season ever. Our form is quite incredible. We've won over 50% of our games for the last 6 years, which is something to be proud of. We've just done Bangladesh by a couple of innings. And overall, since the start of the game, we've got a 42% win percentage now, which is just shy of Australia and Sri Lanka. And our world rating of 97 is on the rise. We are the team to watch. Everyone is looking at to see what we're doing. We find ourselves just behind India, New Zealand, England. They're the big cheese. But sitting in 4th place, it is by far the highest we have been. We've been as low as the depth of 10th, which is, you remember me talking about Sri Lanka a few episodes ago, where I was like, they were one of the best teams in the world. Went from 2nd to 10th in about 5 seasons. So today we do have some big series. We've got to play Sri Lanka at home. We've got to go to the West Indies. You've got to go to the West Indies. We've got to go to India as the West Indies. If you want to know how good you are at Test cricket, this is kind of like, hey, how are you? Can you play in England? Can you play in India? Can you play in Australia? Can you play anywhere in the world? But India's the toughest place to go in the world. We've got 3 test matches away there. Fortunately for us, we've got a really good record. Jonathan Wass, a really good record against India. 0-9 before 2 tests against Bangladesh, before finishing off against England. We've got issues with the bowling attack. It looks good on paper. But Ashmead Need is now 37 years old, and I do feel we're seeing the genuine decline of him. His strike rate is going down. And of course, we've got a wonder kid that has come through. Now 21-year-old Rayford Campbell has got 6 centuries in ODI cricket, an average of 59, and he's averaging 40 for us in Test cricket. Samaru's averaging 39, Beckford 39, Hilton 36, Lewis is on the rise. And it's worth noting Campbell has held on to his second team average of 79. So he looks like the real deal. And you can remember me talking about Rampasad. Well, he looks like the real deal as well. He's got a 78 second team average. He's now 23 years old and has got multiple seasons under his belt. And he's just bagged 770 runs with 4 centuries. Unfortunately, Carver C. Lane hasn't gone on. He's got a great second team average of 62.33, but he's never equated it into a century in his life. Only played 1 season, so he's gone and played some cricket last year. So he went and I love this. I like this view. There should be more of this. For team, he's gone and played county cricket for Somerset. 1,028 runs at 34. Played for Jamaica, averaged 39. There's no centuries to his name, so he still needs more time to develop. Well, let's have a look at young Rampasad. He's got an excellent strike rate across those years. He might not be quite ready yet, because he's got an average of 35, 35, 39, 59. 4 centuries in a season, though, is telling you he may just become an elite player. His latest innings would tell you he's becoming an elite player. Great average in the first innings, not so great in the second. 42 at home, 42 away. He does it a mixture of opening and number 4, which is quite interesting. And just looking at people that have played 56 innings in first class cricket, he's up there with being one of the best. An average of 40 is very good. 6 centuries is equally very good. But look at the trajectory. This is the amount of runs per innings, up to 56 runs. And look at this guy. And it's Clifford Modesty. He's playing ODI cricket. He's not setting the world alight. His first class record is obviously decent, but scores a lot of runs. We've got a couple of young bowlers here. We've got D. Allen, right arm, medium fast, 22 years old, second team average of 17. And we've got Mitchell, 133 wickets, it's 16 in second team cricket. Both young guys, not played any first class cricket, but coming through. And this guy, L. Francis, I think might be one to watch. He's 24 years old. He's right arm fast, which is generally leaky on the game. An average of 19 with 63 wickets. A strike rate of 30 is incredible. And also, Hughes averages 12 in second team cricket. And out of first class players, he's got an average of 21. So that is quite an exceptional record with a strike rate of 38. I'm going to leave Hughes out, I think. Because bowling attack, looking at the numbers from last year, they were all exceptional averages. Although Thorne had a poor start, he actually finished the season as world number 1. And with the ball, Thorne is the man. 557 test wickets. Gamroot 495, almost catching up Courtney Walsh. Ned on 389 could go past Ambrose. And Anderson on 286. With the bat, Macaulay Lewis has retired. So we dropped him a couple of years ago. And he is done. He finishes with 12 centuries, an average of 3,408 test matches. Belgrave on 6,671. Has, interestingly, age 34. He's been a late bloomer for us. 2 centuries last year, an average of 29. 26 the year before that. So I think we might be calling time on him. Players that are still active. We've got Hilton on 13 centuries. Got as many centuries as Carl Hooper in 17 less games. Samaru averaging 39 is incredible. Lewis going strong. In fact, Hilton finally makes the front page for most centuries for a West Indian. But it is Sri Lanka time. What we don't actually have is many first-class number 3s in our lineup. They're all pretty much first-class number 5. So if we were to drop Belgrave in aid of getting Rampstead in, Lewis has really got to be the one that goes up and looks something like that with Rampasad coming in at 6, Moabir at 7. Also wants us to drop the Gamster for Blackman, which I actually see, because Blackman gives you great control, but it's not something I'm willing to do at the moment. We are over 4.5 stars, team. This is looking good. We're bowling first. Sri Lanka, here we go. Yeah, 270. I'm pretty happy with this, because they're good partnerships up top. Not Ajunga Rangatunga, it was Akila Rangatunga. He scored some runs against us previously. 32 test match centuries. Where do they find these people from? You know all these stats that's here where you can see against different teams? This needs to be in an easy to use table. Same with 14. Wicket spread around. We did well at picking them up. Breaking partnerships. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 partnerships at 20 and above, and we broke the lot. And we're behind the game. The change in the lineup, I don't know if it's made a difference, but we felt a little wonky here. We conceded wickets. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the top 7 going under 30. Moabir's 63 not out. Kind of concludes where he got to last year. He had some really nice moments for us when he came back into the team. And he's feeling like at 26 he's a test match player. What's also a test match player is Anderson. First ball cleaning up Rangatunga. And going and getting 2 wickets in the first over. And you could say 3 in the first 6. We're chasing 270. They do really well here because we had them on the ropes at 4 for 56, 5 for 91. But a really good partnership. A 37, a 35, a 65 and 2 27s just held us at bay. Sampath Akuz, 24 years old, peppering. Is he right under? Yeah, peppered the leg side. He, on debut, scores a well-made 56. Anderson picks up a 5. It's a lot to win. Can we do it? He doesn't like us, but the pitch isn't outrageous. It's also day 3. Lose by 40. It's a disappointing result overall. We have moments. Campbell looked good. Hilton looked good. Beckford was pretty much the last man out. But Rampersad and Moabir going so back to back was, I feel that was the downturn. We were only chasing, we were one really good partnership away from winning, and we had 3 okay partnership. It is a best of 3, so still an opportunity to win the game. 2-1 win kind of keeps us in contention for the World Test Championship as well. And when I say game, I do mean series. The frustrations levels with this batting lineup some days get off the charts, but look at that. Campbell with 86, but then 14, 17, 17, 11, 24. You talk about wasting opportunities. I think we've got to look at it like our bowling attack. The better days may be behind it. Gamroop, 33 years old. He has started off incredibly poor for us this campaign. 4 for Thorne, 3 for Anderson. We're conceding runs. Ned, where's your bite, bro? 5 at 23, strike rate of 50. He's been so much better than that the whole time. We're behind by 100. I don't know how we've done it, but we've given ourselves a chance of winning. We score 405. Samaru scores 46 off 39. Just goes nuts. Lewis throws away the chance of a test match century at number 3. And then I was fearing the worst. We were 5 for 199, and I'm like, oh no, Rampersad's gone, Hilton's gone, Beckford's gone. But Moabir plays a fantastic knock and is a genuine test match player now. And he's scoring these runs at 7. But he adds on a lot. 20 for Thorne, 21 for Gamroop. They put on 58, 66, give us a huge lead. Moabir now takes his average to 36, so he's on the rise. And they are no longer favourites, even though they were vastly favourites. The draw's in play, and they need 308 to win. But we've got to take wickets early. Take them early we do. It's a come-from-behind victory. It's almost like, hey, first off, we were terrible. Make some subs, second half, fantastic. Anderson takes 9 for in the game. He takes 6 for 41 here. He is in fine fettle. Moabir quite rightly man of the match. Lewis, great. Nice to see the jump up. Nice to see you scoring runs after you scored so many runs at 5. It takes us to a decider. 168 run victory is actually quite a large margin. We go unchanged. Final third test match. Same sort of wicket. We're bowling. Got to do it without the conditions in our favour here. This is not looking good. They get 5-2-7. A huge 228 run partnership from Hasim and Fonseca. Hasim scores 186. 30 years old. It's a pretty chanceless knock. An incredible knock. It's a career best for a guy that averages 31. That is really unfortunate. Fonseca as well averages 39. He's had a good day out. But then there was partnerships all the way down, frustrating us. Gamroop, 4 for 200. Went at 5.71 and over. Now, he can be an expensive bowler going at 3.74, but this year he's going at 4.43. I almost bought in Blackman for this game. We are so far behind the game. 145 behind. It's not a bad score. 382. Hilton scores century number 14 for us. He bats well. Beckford and Rampersad with a first 50. Really happy to see this. He's obviously got a lot about him. And Beckford with a 50 as well, averaging 37.8. I've got a feeling he might be just that sort of player. Tail goes pretty quietly into the night, but that huge partnership from them has made the big difference in the game. Maybe game on, or maybe the pitch is really going to the I don't know, it's going somewhere. It's not very good. Anderson 4, Thorne 3, Gamroot 3. We strode through them. They scored at a great rate, going about 4 and over. But we've got through them. It's 277 to win. It's advantage Sri Lanka. The pitch is absolutely bonkers erratic and turning on day 4. We, surprisingly, haven't had points deductions for the pitches we create. Oh, I give up. I absolutely... Good team. 155 all out. Campbell, he started really well to his test career, averaging 42, but there is a conversion issue going on. But he's not the problem here. Samaru, Lewis, Beckford, Moabir, all single digit. Baruppa, he takes 6 for 38. A guy that averages almost 35. And we lose the series against Sri Lanka. It's going to have implications everywhere. What are the pitches like? There might be a bit of spin in this. So Ned is obviously going to take that role. Our batting looks a little weaker, but we're removing Gamroot from the lineup. 509 wickets, and he's been dropped. Interesting. 55 at 27 last year, but his numbers, his economy rate is off the charts, 4.5 and over. Blackman is going to come in, not going to take the new ball. And with the bat, we've got a couple of call-ups. We've got right back in the squad, but Modesti, who we spoke about earlier, has got something about him, and he's young, and his second team average of 49 is very good as well. Good to see Rampersted's 78 average is still there for the second. But this is the biggest challenge in cricket. They are perennial powerhouse. They are number one team in the world for, I think, 12 of the 15 seasons. Can we go upset the apple cart? Got to do it with the bat to give ourselves a chance. Hey, Sonny Moabia, I'm calling him Sonny, his name is Sonny, moved him up to 4. That seemed to work all right for him, didn't it? 109. A very interesting innings. Look at the phone number going on. But we had 2 partnerships, a Campbell and Lewis partnership. Campbell goes and bags 175, only 1 LBW appeal in the whole thing. He's now averaging 47. The Wonder Kid's legit. Second Test match century for him. He looks like the real deal. He's got 8 ODI centuries. What a player. Moabir as well, now averaging 37.64, 4 centuries to his name. So there might be a little bit in the wicket. The spinners could cause problems. Wow. This is absolutely, fundamentally game on. The pitch is going to get worse. The pitch wasn't too bad here. Our bowlers are on the deck because we've bowled them into the ground. We are not going to enforce the follow-on. But we've just bowled them out for 155. The move to bring in Blackman was a good one. 4 for 43 for the 30-year-old. Maybe this is his peak years and we're going to get 3 or 4 good seasons out of him. 2 for Ned when he came on. Got this wicket here and then the final one. So really happy. 249 run lead. Day 3, session 1. The pitch is going to spin more later on. Okay, they're going to need 522 to win. Samaru goes and scores 100. It's actually quite needed this because he's just been a little bit out of form, but 8th Test match century for him. Moabir was 78. Hilton goes down injured, which could be a problem, but they need a lot to win, and somehow they knock off 522 12% of the time. We need wickets early because there's a lot of play left in the game, and there will be no heroics. This is heroics. We've gone and won a game in India. Thorne takes 5. Blackman going at 1.67 is an absolute dream. It's control that we've massively, massively needed. Campbell takes man of the match. He scores over 200 runs in the game. Moabir scores almost 200 runs in the game. Putting your best players up the order into positions where they can shine is definitely the way to go. Not shoehorning them in at number 7 and going, well, he doesn't average very much. Just create a space in the team, which is going to see Beckford move up. It's going to see Ramperstad move up, and it's going to see Modeste move in. Lewis is going to be the new Test captain for us. So we've got another debutant. We've got 4 players in the top 7 with under 26 Test matches. We've got 1 averaging over 40. We've got 2 over 35. Hilton will be missed because he's a 37 average guy. He's seriously good. But 1-0 up. We go down to a 4.25 stars. We've won the toss again. Another opportunity. Yeah, we lost the toss first time, but let's bat. Yeah, 3-3-1. Samaru goes big again, 144. Always throws in a couple of 6s into the mix of Samaru. I like that. 9 centuries, average of 39 now, heading in the right direction. We got partnerships. Around here when Beckford came is when they took the second new ball and Beckford and Rampersad went bang bang. Modesti on debut, 39 off 82. Huge upturn here when I tried to pump him through the roof just to try and get some runs batting with number 9. But 330, it could have been a lot worse. It's almost a tie. They've got a 12-run lead, but is 12 runs that much? Well, it does win you a game of cricket. Bandry with 93, batted for days. Well, not that many days, but he batted. He really knuckled down, got a really good score. Very defensive player, played a very defensive innings. Just what their team needed, because Mongia has caused problems for us before. In fact, didn't he score a double century? Yeah, 200. I'm absolutely positive Mongia scored that double century against us as well. 236. Got 2 centuries against us. Average is 52. Runs down the order as well. Gave it a little bit of frustration considering we took the second new ball. But it is a tight contest. Maybe one good innings from creating a really tight finish. It's not going to happen, is it? 175 to win. Lewis was good with 75. Beckford was good. But spin. Sareem, off spinner, 5 wickets. It's a spinning deck. Hard to come in and get going. We gave it a good go, but essentially here, if we'd just got another 20 runs, I actually feel we would have won that game. Chasing 200 was a lot on this wicket. Ned 5 for 46. That's what you love to see. The star kid coming back. 37 years old, big performance. 11 5-wicket hauls now. But a decider, a big decider. Hilton still out injured. What have you actually done? 2 weeks for a fracture. Feels a bit weak at 6 and 7. At 5, 6 and 7, let's be honest. All averaging in the 20s this year. The only safe move is to bring a Belgrave in, but does it mean you're any better? He's averaging the 20s the last few years. There is a couple of centuries to his name. Won the toss. We're going to bat. It's probably going to do a similar sort of wicket where it becomes a spinner's dick. Sunil Gavaskar playing for them apparently. Also, Jeet Patel comes in for debut and does more. Oh, that's such an us innings. That is so us. This personifies the series of a couple of 50s, but a 3, a 19, a 25, a 20. Lamba, 29 years old leg spinner, just constantly picking away at us like a scab. Wonderful performance from him, frustrating as hell from us. Last 4 wickets go for 10 runs. Stop the press. Don't judge a pitch until both teams have batted, and we've just bowled them out for 172 and taken 19-run lead. I get very frustrated with the batting when it's not ticking because I'm used to being England or county cricket, so a little bit easier. But this, on normal, is a hard yak, and we are giving a good account of ourselves in India. Maybe one innings, one person scoring a century away from immortality and winning a series in India. Not you, Samaru, because first over, gone. Ooh, we might have a chance. We were looking down and out at 5 for 99, but we get up to 283, and it's a 114-run partnership from the two. You kind of didn't expect it. Shamar Rampasad, he goes and scores 73, a slow 73, but he scored them anyway. Second Test match 50 for him. Modesti scores a slow-looking 50, but 2 tests in, he's got a 50 to his name as well. They're going to need 303 to win. The pitch hasn't really broken down that much, so they're going to be favourites. Game on. 194 for 6. Whew, this is tight. We've just got a big breakthrough. Gayas is gone. Gavaskar is in, who I think I said was on debut, but averages 67 in first class cricket, so no mug. Moore's gone. And we're into the bowlers who averages 21. So this is going to be a tight finish. 109 to win. The pitch is just turning. Ned's in. We've got 17 overs before the new ball. And it's advantage West Indies. Well, that's one of the bowlers gone. Siriam goes caught in short by Blackman. But Anderson is too fast for him. Gone. Caught in short again. Blackman with another one. Since when do bowlers feel there? Sidhu the next man in. This is huge. Chance of a series win. He averages 10. Gavaskar has gone. Blackman comes on for the over before the new ball and gets the wicket. And jubilation. Oh my days. We have gone and won a test series in India. Ned to Sidhu. Sidhu skies it. Great catch running backwards. Moabir with the catch. We win by 73. The guy that's averaging 20 picks up man of the match. Rampstad for his 73 to go with 20 in the first innings. That seems quite an unusual sort of score. But this innings, this partnership was absolutely key because you're playing in a game where we scored 4 50s and they only scored 1. We've won against India in India. It puts the Sri Lanka stuff in context. But also context is Moabir, Samaru, Campbell, Lewis all averaged over 40. Huge. Rampastad averaged 24 but scored runs at the most meaningful time. Beckford and Hilton were poor, so Modesti was okay. I'm gonna give him a pass with his 50, match-winning 50, let's call it. And the bowlers were great. Blackman was definitely the right choice. Look at the economy rates. We had some really good control. We find ourselves second in the Test World Championship. West Indies win the Test series against India. Oh, world ratings, we're up to 3rd. If we can finish this episode strong, which is hard because we're playing against Bangladesh in Bangladesh, then England at home. Oh my days, we are making inroads. Not making any inroads into the batting top 20. But with the ball, Thorne, Ned, Anderson, all at the top. Ramroop, I've called him Gamroop the entire series, but I like that. Test World Championship, look at that. It goes till 2039 and we're currently in 2038. So these series that we're about to play will be massive. There'll probably be a couple next episode before the final. But I shouldn't get carried away, should I? I should not get carried away because we've done stranger things than lose to Bangladesh. Look at this. Our 50s per innings is at a high for us. Our 100s per innings is at a high. Our batting average is the second highest it's been in a calendar year for us. This is what I mean against Bangladesh. We're actually 6-6 against them the entire time we've played. We beat them 2-0 last time, but there's been a 1-1. We lost 3-1 in 1 year where we played them twice, a 2-0 win and a 2-0 loss. So this is not a given. We actually need to turn up and perform here. Our ODI form continues to be very, very good, taking us up to 5th in the world rankings. T20s, we probably shouldn't talk about that. So just the one change, Rampersad coming out, Hilton coming in. Obviously Hilton comes back in because he averaged 47 the last year. 43 the year before that, 39 this year. He's got the most test centuries for us since we started the save with 14. Adds some real validity around that middle order. Rampersad will go at 7. I think that's the change. Might be harsh on Modesti. Other than that, unchanged. 4 3/4 stars, baby. Let's get it done. Oh, frustrated us. They batted well, to be fair. And it was the Chowdhury brothers. Maybe not brothers, 23, 34. Could be. Mother was busy, very close together. They put on 97. Then there was a 62 partnership, a 24 partnership. They just frustrated us a lot. Ned didn't pick up anything but gave us control. Blackman's control is next level for us. Stops the game getting away too much. The pitch is turning a bit, but we're going to need 300 plus here. We needed a big score, and we have got it. We've just gone and scored 560. Samaru with yet another century. We were 1 for none, but it didn't stop the Samaru soldier. He went on, scored a ton. He scored 2 in India. What a series he had there. I didn't check the averages in India. I should have. I think I can't remember now. But 125 here. Century number 10 from 72 games. Just a great player. Then there was starts, and I was thinking, oh, crikey, we're in trouble here. But Hilton and Beckford got to about 20 before they took the second new ball. Hilton's come straight back into the team from injury. Looks like he's never been away. Just scored a one-day century as well. Beckford, 174. Looks like he's the real deal. 3 centuries for him now. This is a great knock with acceleration towards the end. 72 for Rampersad and made the right choice there. 350s for him now. And also back-to-back 70s. Win by 9 wickets. We bowl them out for 2-3-3. They take a small lead of about 15-16 runs. They had partnerships, but we chipped away. But the main thing is, we offered control without Gamroop in the team. It was a great performance. I'd say another comeback from behind performance, because any time a team scores 340 against us, we struggle. But Beckford, coming of age, 28 years old, looks the real deal. Could say this is a huge test match for us now, actually, because a series sweep here. Now we're really in trouble. 4-5-6 this time. Hadia, 33 years old, he goes and bags 181. It's a great knock. Averages just shy of 46. Chowdhury with runs again. Partnerships towards the end that frustrate. We didn't quite have the control we'd had. Ned, I keep calling him out, but his bowling is definitely on a downturn for us, and it's hurting us. Oh, we're in the mess. 179, all that. Moabia holds us together, but phone number. That is us down to a T. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the top 7 all score more than 25, and no one makes 50. And when I say it's like us, we're better than what we was, but the games like this hurt. They hurt your momentum, they hurt your world ratings. We've just tied with Bangladesh in Bangladesh. 4 players average over 50, but Rampersad, Lewis, Campbell, nothing. With the ball, Ned, 3 for 58. And what's tough is we've beat India away. We've just lost points here, but we've tied with Sri Lanka and Bangladesh. That's not good. Just holding on to second place. You've got to be in those 60s to have a chance. Still in third. It would be a hell of an achievement to finish the episode in third place. We've got 3 test matches against England coming up. They've got Halstead back in form, averaging 49 with 39 test match centuries to his name. Will Ash, the all-rounder, averages 48 and 35 with the ball. And with the ball for us, we've got no one over 1,000 points. Ash, number 1 all-rounder in the world. Rayan Ahmed's up there. And Test World Championship points. Just a massive series against England. Against England, we have not been good. 7 wins, 18 defeats. But it has been better of late. We had that 2-0 victory in 2034. We lost 3-2 in 2033. But since then, they're 5-1 against us. And some of the victories are massive. It wants us to pick 4 seamers. Now, it is seaming conditions. I feel we still need a spinner in there. So Ned is going to retain very, very just. Averages this season, Moabi is averaging 60, Hilton 40, Samaru 40, Campbell 36, Lewis 32 since the move up's a bit of a disappointment. Beckford's got some centuries, Ramstad's very much being carried. And in the domestic game, Beckford's got some runs, Campbell and Samaru's all got some runs as well. But these 2 bowlers, I'm chomping at the bit to get in. Francis and Hughes are the real deal. Averaging 19 and 17 this year, and second team averages of 12 and 16. So they could be generational talents. I just can't quite get them in. It's 5-star England, 4.5-star West Indies. Okay, game in the balance. 305. Ash, we spoke about him being the number 1 all-rounder in the world and being an excellent batter. Averaging 49, he goes and scores 100. Chanceless 100, runs all around the wicket, and Parry is a very good player, averaging 46. He is coming in at number 7 for them. Rayan Ahmed at number 8 averages 23 and has a test match century. So back end of the order is going to be difficult. That's what makes England hard to beat. Pitch as well, day 2, session 1, very uneven. Rolled 167. There's problems here. Ahmed is very good at getting people when they come in. Good. Well, he's very good as well. 246 wickets. Average of 36, which isn't amazing. Eves has caused us heaps of problems. He's got 379 wickets at 32. But if you look at his stats against the West Indies, 72 at 20. We're a long way behind. No, we're taking an absolute punishing here. 366 they score. They have good partnerships throughout, but Clisset, who is a reasonably new player to us, I don't think he's played against us before, scores a maiden test match century and a good one for him off 213. Partnerships throughout. We couldn't really get any momentum going. Thorne with 5, Blackman 4, Ned 1. With 505 to win. We don't win it in a month of Sundays. Yeah, lose by 338. We have been pasted there. Beckford scores a 50. But Good, Wood, Eves, they're a better team than us. They are a better team than us. They've got so much more batting than we've got. Francis is coming in with his right arm fast. This could play havoc with our economy rate. But we're trying to make a change. We're going with no spinner. Won the toss and batting. That's a good thing. Could have been worse. 3-2-5. Hilton and Moabi really hold us together. Lewis and Samaru got starts, and we also got a little bit of a chip in from the tail. So not the worst in the world. The pitch is already uneven bounce. Can 4 seamers work? 50 behind. So the answer here is probably going to be no. They also scored about 3.7 and over. Blackman with 2. Francis was ultra expensive. He is an expensive bowler. It goes at 3.8, so not ideal. Halstead finally gets his turn. Darcy, he's still kicking around at 34. He scores yet another century. Oh, this is very, very not working out for us, unfortunately. Moabi and Hilton get starts. Both get out in the 40s. Beckford's last man out for 50. Batties reasonably well. Bottom tail just completely blown away. Good and Wood, like top 4, decimated. Now, 4 seamers, uneven bounce. It's the best chance we've got. Okay, we've got a couple of token wickets at the end, but overall, this was a very poor debut from Francis. He has gone around the park. He's gone at a strike rate of 74, which is woeful. He's got 32 in first class, so he's better than that, but a 4.4 economy rate. Okay, third test. We're in the game. We've gone unchanged. Anderson, thank you, 7 for 59. They score at a decent rate here, but Anderson, second new ball. Sorry, not second new ball. When he came on for the second spell, about 50 overs in, or his third spell actually, he ripped through the back end of the order, which is key for us. Francis Blackman, very poor. 40 behind. Lewis, 76 not out. I put Blackman up the order as a night watchman at one stage, and he got our first delivery. So overall, that did not go very well, but it is still offering a little bit for 29 overs. Excellent performance in those 29 overs. 107 for 1. Okay, it's going to be 290 to win in a game where no one scored more than 250. Francis picks up 3 but still goes at 4s. Halstead 65 not outsteaded the ship. We got through the back end, but this is not looking pretty at all. Day 3, session 2, uneven bounce. Call it 300 to win for change. In such a merry-go-round episode. Disappointment against Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, and we've been absolutely smashed by England. No one averaged over 40. Campbell and Samaru were walking wickets, unfortunately. Ramperstad just did not work out in that role. Beckford, the only one with any sort of kudos from the series with the ball. Francis and Ned were terrible. Bowling lacked bite. And the world rankings, we suffer. We go down to 94 points, which is heartbreaking because we were in third, doing well, and we've just really, really let ourselves down there. Not a good performance at all. We dropped down the Test World Championship, and we finished the episode on what should be an historic occasion, winning in India, on less points than what we first started. The pain is real in this series. It is a tough series. It is really, really hard to get meaningful contributions time and time again. And we've just got to go back to the drawing board. We've got to keep believing that, hey, we beat India, so we are okay. We beat New Zealand, so we are okay. England, to me, feel like the best team in the world because we play against them. The depth of their batting is so strong. You don't really blow them away for 150 any single day of the week. But it's the results against Sri Lanka and Bangladesh that are really, really going to hurt us. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Hope you've had a good time. We'll see you next time.